Well, in the context of this match, big 4 frames. Can Barry Hawkins take a useful lead going into the final session tomorrow? Or can Ding Junhui somehow close the gap? Just over 3 hours. Well, we've just had the 1 century, and Ding Junhui has now just got to that 90% you feel he needs to make inroads on Barry's lead. Well, easy snooker to get out of, but Ding Junhui's got to be a little bit careful here. There's a few loose reds sticking out. Doesn't want to hit the wrong red here. Well, he can hit the red just to the left of the black. Needs to catch it half ball as we look. Oh, and caught it perfectly. Looked easy enough, but boy, if he didn't catch that just right, he could have left something. And maybe still has. A possible pot to the right middle, but, well, Barry may consider it too risky. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's a tough pot into the right centre. He's not sure about the cue ball. Maybe running into possibly the brown. So he's just playing a safety shot here. Trying to get that cue ball tight to the ball cushion. Hasn't managed that.
Looks as though he's going to play the safety, but he's got to catch this just right. He's got to get near that ball cushion for safety. Red going towards the corner, even more importantly now. Ooh, has the brown come to his rescue? Fortunate there.
Yeah, he's got the cover on that red. But there is a red left of the blue. I'm just wondering will Barry take this on. We can't screw across the other side of the blue because of the red just below the blue to the right is in the way. Will he try and go full-blooded for this? Yeah, came down for the black and he's left it. Now another chance for Ding Junhui.
Yeah, he was forced into playing that. Not a shot you'd look forward to playing.
1.
Every frame this evening, Ding Junhui has got in first. And the frame before the mid-session interval was the only one where he's taken full advantage.
Eight. 9.
Again, wrong side of the blue, but he can still just screw the cue ball back from the blue and have this red into the bottom left-hand corner pocket. Slightly on the hit that as well.
14. 15.
Yeah, didn't try to do too much. He knew there was a red in the ball can. He could play 4 off this blue. The reds are
20.
nicely spread. This is a decent opportunity.
$21.
This needs to run. This needs to run.
24.
Oh, is it run enough? So much margin for error there. He'd be disappointed if he's not on this red. He thinks he can just see enough of it. Well, as it happened, he could see too much of it. Hit it too thick.
Ping Shui 24.
And it's funny how many times you play that type of shot and you think, can I see enough of it? And then you think, well, it's as much as I can see, and it was too much.
It's quite amazing how many times he's been out of position in this session of snooker.
Where's the cue ball going?
Foul. Ping Shui 4.
Well, you can never say that's bad luck because the pockets are always in the same place. Maybe if he'd have hit the red in the middle of the pocket, he wouldn't have gone in off. Well, Dean Junhui will be mighty relieved to come back to the table. And he's finished absolutely perfect on the blue.
Yeah, can drop the blue in for this red, just to the right of the pack, right of the pink as well. And there's a red at the back of the pack, which will possibly pot as well into this bottom right-hand corner pocket. He's got to be very precise with his positioning on that one. Well, he's gone for the one at the back of the pack, and again, he had to be so precise, but once again, out of position.
6.
So incredible. I've never seen Ding play like this before. Making so many unforced errors. It's quite incredible, John.
Yeah, his touch is just not there. And he knew as soon as he hit the blue, he hadn't hit it hard enough. As you say, it's amazing because he is without doubt one of the best break builders, and you only become that because of your cue ball control. Touch is not there. This is a dangerous plant he's taking on. And he's got it. But he couldn't control the cue ball. He's not good on the black. Well, he didn't hold back on that. Well,
40.
He's put his hand up to apologise to Barry Hawkins, which tells me he's landed absolutely plumb on this red. 2 below the pink.
Well, he probably deserved that bit of luck.
I would agree with that, Ken. Well, it's not 2 below the pink. I think he's got a... Well, he's on a red. But I thought he was on an easier one than this. This isn't a certainty. I thought he was on the one 2 below the pink, but obviously not. Oh, couldn't you pot that and with a trace aside and just flick it in? It looks to me like you could.
Yeah, he hasn't even looked at it.
I thought that's why he was apologising. Well, it didn't matter, he's got it, but I'm sure he was on that red to the corner. That's my commentator's eyes completely gone.
Let's come around to have a look. He may have to play a delicate little cannon. He's looking at all the angles where he doesn't have to play a cannon and take a chance. He's looking at C. He's not on the perfect angle to get on the loose red, which is 5 across from the pink. 4 across, you would say, or 2 across, the 2 loose reds right of the pink. The bottom one of those doesn't have the perfect angle to get on that one. He may have to play.
Surely you've got a cannon into the pink, haven't you, Ken?
Oh, he's gone through the gap.
Well, he's just about okay.
20.
Not perfect. He's got the red to the left middle.
$21.
He played that very well. And the previous shot was pretty good too. Gave himself a choice. Didn't want to take the chance of playing the cannon. And now in a very good position here. And after that very, very difficult black into a blind pocket, John,
28.
in and out of balk, back up for the reds. He deserves probably to win the frame after that shot.
Yeah, it's one of those, if he'd have missed it, would have said, well, there's an air of frustration creeping in, desperation. But he got it, and he finished on a red. Now, after this black,
29.
he's looking for one more red to leave Barry Hawkins needing a snooker. This black will put him 64 points in front with 67 remaining. So I would suggest this red along the top cushion. No heroics. This to go 65 ahead
36.
with 59 remaining.
$37.
Yeah. No heroics needed. We can drop this black in. It's there. Nicely cued.
Yeah, and you feel that that's an important black
40.
to make certain of. It'll keep Barry in his seat. Barry will concede, because if you're playing as you're playing catch-up as Ding is, you don't want the frames to
45.
become long and drawn out. Frame well and truly over.
52.
There's a slim possibility of another century, but only if he makes a plant here. Well, he hasn't, but
52
Barry
on Frank.
Hawkins nods the
Ding
concession to referee Terry Camilleri, and Ding Junhui makes it 2 frames in a row, but he still trails 8-5. Well, for one of the first times in the match, Ken, he's got in first, not made the most of it, but then got a second chance because of Barry going in off. As I say, he's not unlucky. But this was a risky plant to take on.
It was, and again, as you said, he's sort of pushing the boat out here, but how well he made it. I mean, you can see the second red. It's going towards the side cushion here, so he's got to hit the first red on the extreme side of that red to straighten it up. And look where he landed with the cue ball. But this black for me was the best shot of the frame, John.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, a brave shot to take on. As I say, maybe an air of desperation, exasperation, I don't care. But to find that gap in between the green and brown, and then he dropped down here And he put his hand up to apologise, so I thought he was on a straightish red to the corner. There's the apology, but he finished up having to play a thin red, which was very missable, but just glad to get the second chance after messing up his first one.
Frame 14. Ding Junhui to break.
Three more frames now to be played in this second session of 3. Just about covered the red to the right corner. And it goes without saying, Ding Junhui would love to win all 3 of them. But Barry Hawkins will have other ideas, of course. Good line. Decent length. And just at the moment, the little nudges are just beginning to favour Ding Junhui. And when you're behind, you need a bit of luck and a bit of help from your opponent.
Foul. Ding Junhui 4.
Well, that was a bad misjudgment. Got the feeling he was going to try and come off 2 cushions. Ding Junhui trying to put Barry in trouble by making him play safe. Back to balk down the right-hand side of the table as we looked. Body language didn't look very good. In fact, in the last frame, when he messed up his first chance, he went back to his chair and sat like that, but soon perked up when Barry went in off into the middle. Played that with a lot of right-hand side to check it, but he's knocked a red over the corner. Is it covered? There's a gap. There's always a gap. Well, it's always difficult when you're potting a red that's near the corner of the pocket, because the cue ball, after hitting the red, hits the cushion, and he's going to check up slightly, and that's why he's not good on the pink, and pressure blue if he's going to take it on.
And he missed one of these this morning in the session. But he's holding fire here. Just being a little bit more prudent. He's won the last couple of frames. Doesn't want to take any undue risks and give his opponent some table time should he miss. So it's not a bad ploy from Ding Junhui. He could have played a better safety shot though, because he's left a straightforward one for Barry here. Big target down there now behind brown and green.
Poor shot to catch the blue. And Barry was out of his seat in a flash there. And it's amazing, isn't it? It's nearly 33 minutes since Barry last potted a ball.
One.
Struggled it in, which is why he's not as close to the pink as he might have been if it had gone in the centre of the pocket. Yeah, but that was a good pink. There's a little bit of pressure on that. Rolled it in nicely.
7. Eight.
And just under hit that slightly. And just get past the red. Be very difficult to see him winning the frame at this visit.
40.
There's not many loose reds for him to go at. Just
50.
overscrewed that. Pretty good, isn't it? Tournament rest pot success 95%, Barry Hawkins. He's only missed 2 out of 43 he's gone for. Needs a good shot here though. And played one. And played one. That was an excellent shot.
21.
Looking all the
22.
time for a decent angle on the pink. And he's got it this time. Now, do you play for the loose red that's potable? Stay high on it and in potting it bring other reds into play? Or do you play the cannon off the pink? His choice. Cannon off the pink. It couldn't have worked out much better than that. Saw the opportunity and seized it.
28.
Great shot. We can drop this red in and get nicely back out for the pink.
$29.
There you see it. Another 33 points from this position to get to snooker's required.
36.
You'll have to do it with the pink.
$42. $43.
Bit of a mistake there. I need to be straight on this red.
49.
It's missable now. But right in the heart of the pocket. Made it look easy, but as I say, it was missable. He's getting close to the winning line now. .51 points to lead.
56.
So he still needs a couple of reds, a couple of colours.
57.
Overhit that. Didn't want to be not nice on the pink, but in an effort to get up for it, it's gone too far.
Well, maybe he's going to play the plant here. The reds are
63.
quite a distance between each other. They're perfectly in line, but there is a bit of distance. It's not nailed on, this one. No, it was never nailed on. There's always, when there's a couple of inches
Hawkins,
between the
63.
reds, you got to be so precise. And that was never nailed on. If the cue ball, John, was dead in line with the two reds, it's a little bit easier. But when you're playing at a bit more of an angle, it's missable.
Yep, and it gives Ding Junhui some kind of lifeline. He's still in the frame. But he's not had that lifeline for long. That was very poor. To catch the pink, unforgivable. So this red and a colour, it'll be frame over.
One.
Pink to go 65 points in front with just 59 remaining. And Ding Junhui, you have to say, gifted Barry Hawkins this chance.
Anytime when I see a player sitting in a chair the way Ding Junhui is, John, I don't know, but body language tells an awful lot about certain players. And the way he's sitting in the chair,
7.
it's like some sort of, like almost like a resignation look on his face. He's come back in the last, winning the last couple of
8.
frames, but his concentration doesn't seem to be there. Excellent shot by Barry Hawkins. He won't win, but he'll certainly pick up on the body language.
Yeah, and you could
50.
say that the last frame when Barry went in off, I mean, it's not unlucky when he went in off, but that certainly give Ding Junhui a bit of help. Anyway, this frame's over.
15
Ding
and frame.
Junhui notes
Barry
his
Hawkins.
concession, and Barry Hawkins goes 4 ahead once again, which means he can't be behind going into the final session tomorrow. 9-5. Of course, if he wins the next two, it could be 11-5. Ding would be hoping, the best he could hope for, is to go 2 behind. There was, well, it's as you were, the way he started the session this evening.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But it is a funny thing, Ken, isn't it? You know, you lose that first session, you know, 5-3. And then if you can just keep half in the other sessions, you know, you still keep that 2-frame advantage. That's why I felt Ding really had to win this session tonight to get parity.
Yeah. He needs at least one of these 2 frames. I think if he has a chance, if he loses both of these frames tonight, I can't see him coming back against Barry Hawkins. It would mean that he'd have to, if he lost these 2 frames, it means that he'd have to win 8
Frame
of the 9
15.
frames in the final session. I don't think you can
Barry
do that.
Hawkins to break.
So, worrying times. Back to the 4-frame gap for Barry Hawkins. 2 more frames to play in this session. Ding could do with both of them. Definitely 1 at least to have a chance going into the final session tomorrow.
This match is played to a finish tomorrow morning. And Barry Hawkins, well, he'll be looking to win one of these last two frames. And then he'll have a 4-frame cushion going into that final session. So every shot counts at the moment. Very average safety there from Ding. I mean, even if he doesn't kiss the blue, you wouldn't have fancied him to get near the baulk line. It's not happening. I mean, in his last match against Anthony McGill, I mean, he looked, well, he got a standing ovation when he left the arena. But there's been none of that so far in this match.
One.
Is he on the pink? Just.
Just about. Yeah, good pot. Pink will go on the blue spot. Looked covered from here.
Seven.
When it certainly was. Immediately looking at how he's going to be able to eventually bring that black into play.
8.
Two reds left of the black. The possibility that if he can get on one of those nicely, that he may be able to pot it and bring the black into play. I don't think he'll go into the... Yeah, that's exactly what he's looking at now. Try and get a nice angle right of the black spot. Doesn't want to go into the 3 reds around the pink spot just yet. Oh, he's overhit this. Tried to get a little cannon on that red. Knowing full well that even if he went too far, he'd still have this red to the bottom right corner pocket.
$15.
Well, there's a red in immediately above the black that will go to the right corner. Pot the pink, come on off the cushion. Or he could play a little cannon on the 3 reds. Well, he's played this cannon again, and this time he's judged it to perfection. Now,
21.
just from where we are, I'm not certain he can pot this red, and he can cannon into the black, but would he be certain to be on it? Well, he's going to try and get this black into play, is he? Well, get the black into play, but still go up for the pink.
22.
And he's judged it pretty well. 2 shots in one. Knew it was going to get the cannon, but played it with pace and nicely on the pink, and a red over the corner.
Played it with a touch of right-hand side as well, just to give it a little bit of speed off the 2 cushions. Now, drop this red in. Get on the
28.
pink or black here. I'd like to get the black onto the blue spot here. But if he overhits the cue ball, he'll be on the pink.
29.
playing the pink because it's unmissable. Only problem with playing the pink, he couldn't get ideal position on the next red, so he's going to have to go up the table for blue or bought colour.
34.
Once that cue ball starts having to travel distances, it can go wrong.
$36.
But looks to have a nice angle on the green. Definitely a red just above the pink will go into the right corner. Just about on it.
39.
Can he hold for the pink? He could.
40.
But once again, the black will give him better position, but the black could be missed. He's playing the more difficult black.
Yeah, just coming off this top cushion for the red, just to the right of the pink there. Just got to miss it.
Do you know, Ken, there was two reds in the middle of the table. I think they're a plant to the left middle.
47.
Now Barry will be pleasantly surprised when he comes round and sees it, because he didn't know they were there, but I noticed them a few shots ago. They're absolutely dead set for the left middle pocket.
Just depends on whether the reds are touching each other. If they're touching each other, it may push one to the far jaw. But as you said, they look dead set from there. If there's a bit of distance between the two reds, then it's okay.
They look like they're touching. If they are, you've got to play the first red as though you're playing the pot on it. And the second red will do its own thing. But he just hit the first red.
Barry Hawkins, 47.
Just on the right-hand side, and it turned the second one to the left. It's what we call reverse plant. Didn't hit that first red in the middle. It's a little bit careless. .47 behind, but still 91 remaining. But another very poor shot from Ding Junhui. I mean, okay, play the pot, but play it with an air of safety about it. I mean, the way he's played it, if it doesn't go in, cue ball's going to stay at this end, and it's dangerous to leave Barry Hawkins this type of pots, and we know his success rate with the rest. But for once, he missed one. And he's left the red, has he? Yeah, surely there's room past the black. So Ding Junhui gets another chance in this frame.
Just has that slightly a little left-hand side on it. Swerve it. He's okay. He's not on the black as he would have liked. He's having a look to see will the pink spot, if it's available. I'm potting this black. It doesn't look like it from here, so we'll go back onto the blue spot. It's a better pot. Didn't get through the cue ball enough. He's going to need another good pot with the rest. Now, does the black go on the pink spot? Oh, it does. He's still okay, though.
Well, surely he just can't risk dropping this red in dead weight. He's got a stun round off 2-3 cushions for a bought colour here, surely. Well, he has held for the pink, and he's played it very, very well.
It was such a tough shot. Like you, I thought he was going to go up for a ball colour, but he's held it beautifully for the pink. And when potting this pink, you can get on the red just to the left of the pink, but leave a nice angle. Maybe to develop one of those reds that are on the left-hand side cushion. No, not this time. It's a bit straight.
This is a
50.
massive frame now for Ding Junhui, you feel?
16.
Looks like this red just below the black will go to the right middle, and he'll be happy for that because he's too straight to play for anything else off this pink. But he's just not got that touch tonight, has he? You know, when he's played that and he's underscrewed
22.
it by a good 6 inches.
There we won, wasn't it? Still. Good pot. Two reds pot into the left centre pocket, and he couldn't have played that much better.
Okay. 31.
Those two reds that are close to the left-hand side cushion, they're going to be the pivotal reds in this frame.
Yeah, but right back in the frame, just 9 points behind
38.
now. And now an opportunity to try and dislodge one of these reds away from the side cushion. And he's manoeuvred that into a pottable position, but he can't pot it this time. Now, how would you
46.
like this red down the cushion? Or as you would say, Ken, how do you like these apples?
I wouldn't. Maybe can he pot the red up into the green pocket without? He's having a look to see can he cut it into the middle. I don't. He's going to come around and have a look at the angle, but it's a very cute angle.
Yeah, and sometimes if you just catch it a fraction too thick, if he plays the cut, it could go in off into the far right corner. But he's definitely not looking at the one down the cushion. Yeah, he's going for the far right corner. Knew he was catching the knuckle. And quite a distance away from the pot.
Ding Junhui 46.
So he got himself right back in the frame to where he's just 1 point behind. But that red on the side cushion that Ding Junhui refused, and I don't blame him for refusing it, in a way is perfect for a left-hander if Barry could drop behind it. Now here's a test of cueing now on the yellow. He's got to really get into this, and the thing is with this, you can't hit it too hard because you've got to get the backspin to take effect. And if he can get right behind this red, then it is a frame-winning chance.
Yeah, just put up a line somewhere like that. Get right behind it. It's not too bad. At least it's not straight, so he's got a little bit of an angle. Now, if he plays this with a lot of bottom and tries to screw up for a ball colour, it just makes the pot an awful lot harder. Great shot. Well, he cued that absolutely beautifully. As you said, John, it was perfect on that side for a left-hander.
Wow. So important, this frame.
8.
And Barry Hawkins, if he wins it, he's guaranteed a 4-frame advantage
10.
going into the final session tomorrow morning.
$13.
Brown will put him 18 points in front with 18 remaining, so brown and blue needed.
70.
And he'll just be making certain of the blue to go 23 points in front with 13 remaining.
22.
Ding Junhui back really against the wall. To have any chance, you feel, he's got to win the next and last frame of this session. Stays in his seat,
22
concedes the frame. So Barry Hawkins now 4 frames in front once again. Sorry, 5 in front, 10-5. Yeah, that was a big frame, and Ding Junhui was given a second chance. And well, I don't blame him for not playing the red along the side cushion, but the red he played into the corner, it was one of them. I mean, if you don't get it, you leave it, don't you?
Yeah, and particularly the way he played it. I mean, he played it just to hit off the knuckle and try and hold for the brown, yellow or green here, but I think he could have played it a little bit harder. Maybe just if he misses the red, it sort of comes away from the pocket a little more. Well, he went full-blooded for it.
Thank you.
And he's missed it. Cost him the frame. And particularly after all the hard work he's done to get back into the frame, John.
Yeah, and you don't have to go for those shots.
No.
I mean, he refused a long blue in one of the frames. So, yeah, he really, it was an all or nothing shot. So this is massive now for Ding Junhui. I agree with
Final
you. If he
frame
doesn't
for the
win this
session.
frame,
Ding Junhui to break.
I can't see him winning the match.
Yeah, massive frame for Ding Junhui. He's covered the red down the right-hand side.
Safety mistake there from Barry. Well, we've not had many of those from him, to be fair. So Ding once again gets the first chance. Doesn't like this red to the right corner because you can't see a path for the cue ball to get on the colour, so the red he's playing a lot more difficult pot. Lot more difficult, that pot. Just looking at Barry Hawkins' face, out of shot. He doesn't look too happy with the situation. Maybe Ding Junhui has had a result. Obviously can't get through to the red that's closest to the pocket. And the other one, well, there's not all the pocket there. It's maybe half of it. If you were right behind it, you'd maybe fancy potting it, but from this distance and this angle, tough. Well, he squeezed it in off the jaw.
One.
Yeah, he only had a Bit of that pocket, well, excellent pot again. Just come the wrong side of the blue, so I have to take this red down the as closest to the bottom right hand corner pocket, just measuring up to see exactly where he'd want this cue ball.
Well, he's left himself a tough shot here.
6.
He'll have to play this with top spin and go back up the table for blue or baulk colour. Got to be accurate. Misjudged it.
7. Very
As
Hawkins,
I always
7.
say, if you pot the ball on, you always get to play the next shot. And that cue ball tight to the baulk cushion is not making life easy for Ding Junhui. And this is a frame, I think it's a must win.
Yeah, the green is slightly in his way. Can he just slide past the green here as he nestles into the right hand side of the bunch? Just about. Ah, good shot. Nice shot.
Yeah, excellent escape.
Wonderful shot to get the cue ball even that far down the table.
Flick on the yellow, well, for once it's not too bad hitting a baulk colour. Very important safety exchange this. Who's going to win it? Good shot from Barry. Good line. Okay, maybe a little bit firm, but Ding Junhui's had a look at this red that's just below the pink. But has he got a path back to baulk? Well, he found the path back to baulk and maybe erred on the side of finding the path rather than going all out for the pot. But at the moment, it's Barry Hawkins who's playing the better safety of the two. And the big ask now for Ding to get this safe. Too thick, much too thick. And the blues not come to his rescue. So Barry Hawkins wins the safety battle. Can he take advantage?
One.
Doesn't mind that kiss on the pink. It's left him nicely on the green.
Yeah, he would have been nicely on the blue one anyway at the pace he played it, so just having a look at this red that's closest to the bottom left hand corner pocket. Just Try and get that. Just wondering whether the black pots into this bottom right-hand corner pocket.
4.
Looks a bit tight from our camera angle. Because Barry
5.
hasn't had a look at it, obviously it doesn't go. So I'm just wondering, is there a chance, there you see it doesn't pot. Is there a chance that he can get on that red right of the black, bring that black into play, or even the one below the black on the top cushion? Not just yet.
$10.
It's good match play snooker from Barry Hawkins.
11.
He's going to pick off the points here, build up his lead.
Yeah, as we've said before, Ken, he's very consistent, is Barry. And
16.
underrated. But you've got to be on your A game to beat him. And Ding Junhui has not been on his A game.
$70.
Bit of short, wasn't he, with that one?
Yeah, be a little disappointed with that. He's looking to see whether he can just stun the pink in and leave himself a mid-distance red, but well, it's not guaranteed. So maybe trying to get in and out of balk, which he is doing. Oh, and he's got a lovely line here. He's got a lovely line.
23.
Good shot.
Yep.
That was beautifully played. Can pot this red, screw back up for the pink. Yeah, he's just, as you said, he's very consistent. You wouldn't say he's the best long putter in the game. You wouldn't say even that he's the best safety player or he's the most prolific break builder. But he's a very high percentage
24.
of each of those facets of the game, John, and that's what makes him so difficult to beat. He's got a wonderful temperament. What he has got, he's got fantastic cue ball control. Strikes the ball lovely. And that's what makes him such a difficult player to play against. And of course, this is
30.
the 6th quarter-final here in a row at the World Championship. He loves playing at the Crucible. Well, everybody does.
31.
Or everybody can perform here, but certainly Barry Hawkins can.
And he knows the importance now of this visit and this frame. But if he
37.
does win this frame, as you so rightly said, tomorrow, possible 9 frames to play, Ding Junhui is going to have to win 8 of them.
38.
The way he's played today doesn't seem possible. But tomorrow's another day.
43.
But Barry Hawkins now just 2 reds, 2 colours away from
44.
finishing this session with a 6 frame advantage. Won the first session of this match 5-3. If he wins this session, he's won it 6-2. And that pot success, to me, tells the story of the match so far. It's only a couple of percent, but it makes all the
50.
difference.
51.
Just coming up to the 4-hour mark, and this pink for the frame. In it goes.
Yeah, it's been
57.
a magnificent evening of snooker for Barry Hawkins.
58.
Yeah, and the only thing he's been lacking in this performance is a century break. Now, if you can roll this red in and just nudge
64.
that red away from the black, maybe we might see one. Maybe we might see one. Wonderful
65.
shot.
He's had breaks of 60, 73, 76, 63, 47. And now this 71.
71.
In the 6 frames he's won.
72.
It'd be nice to see a century just to top things off.
Well, he's nudged the red off a little bit. If he just can be
78.
accurate here and drop this in, he might have his first century. Well, it does drop. It's funny, we've seen a couple down that side cushion that didn't look in, but just dropped in. Playing this with a ton of left-hand side. And played it beautifully. Now just slow up. Slow down. He's on the
86.
yellow. Only said that because it wasn't on its spot. I wonder whether he realised that.
88.
Yeah, he's made 4 centuries already in the tournament so far.
91.
This has been one of his best and one of his most important.
$95.
Wonderful. Wonderful play this evening from Barry Hawkins, and it's a ton up.
100.
And this was a big frame, and he knew it. And when he had his
106.
chance, he took it. And he'll go into tomorrow morning's session just in needing 2 more frames for a place in the semi-final. Ding Junhui shakes his hand. He's been disappointing tonight, Ding. We thought he might make a charge, but it never happened. He waves to the crowd, but it's Barry Hawkins going out with all the good thoughts, ready for tomorrow morning for the 3rd and final session. Barry Hawkins leads Ding Junhui, the favourite for the tournament. Start of play today, 11 frames to 5.